Good morning. I'm Jessie Ryan, president of the Campaign for College Opportunity and proud product of the California Community College System, as well as made in the CSU. As a first-generation college graduate, celebrations like today are at the heartbeat of the work that we do at the Campaign for College Opportunity. Welcome to our 2025 Pathways Champions, where we are celebrating colleges that are building seamless pathways to student success. We're so excited that at a time when we're seeing higher ed facing mounting threats, we have the opportunity to be in space together to celebrate extraordinary colleges that are breaking down barriers and building bridges to opportunities for California students. Today, we honor the colleges and universities that are leading the way in creating seamless, equitable pathways for California students. This year, I am so excited to recognize 40 pathway champions that are paving the way for students, defying the odds. Today, we're going to have an opportunity to hear from a student representative about how these pathways have changed her lives, Araya Williams. We're also going to have an opportunity to hear from system champions, Dr. Nathan Evans, Associate Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs at the California State University, Dr. Rowena Tamanangad, Deputy Chancellor at the California Community College System. College presidents will also be sharing the best practices that they've put in place to ensure a seamless path for more students to reach their college dreams. And we're going to close today's webinar by hearing from Shana Englund, the Vice President of Policy and Advocacy at the California Community Foundation, a tireless champion for the work that we'll be discussing throughout today's webinar. This celebration is made possible by funders whose investments support our work to ensure equitable placement and seamless transfer pathways, opening doors for thousands of California students. You're going to hear about how this has been transformational, life-changing policy change. We thank our dedicated funders for investing in and partnering with us to strengthen college pathways, including the ECMC Foundation, the Rosalind and Arthur Gilbert Foundation, the California Community Foundation, the Angel Foundation, and the Evelyn and Walter Haas Jr. Fund. Before we get started, I want to walk you through a few reminders. This webinar is going to be recorded and available on our YouTube channel and website soon after the webinar is completed. We're going to go ahead and drop links in the chat. We want you to join our conversation by sharing your questions in our Q&A box, also in the chat. And we're really encouraging those of you who are participating in today's webinar to join the celebration and keep the momentum going by giving our honorees props and shout outs on your social media and also in the chat. And finally, we encourage you to learn more about the honorees and the awards by visiting the link shared in the chat to delve deeper into the transformational practices that are leading to these outcomes. I want to tell you a unique feature of today's webinar will be the opportunity to hear firsthand from some of the colleges whose practices are altering the outcomes for thousands of students across the state. And now, on to why we're here today. Across the California Community College and California State University systems, we know that educators and leaders are proving what's possible when we believe in our students' limitless potential and design systems that work for them and not against them. These campuses are not just leading, but leading with courage, with data, and with the heart necessary to make college success the rule and not the exception. So vital in these very difficult times. These campuses have embraced some of California's most transformative higher ed reforms. They are proving at scale that they can open doors and clear the path to opportunity for hundreds of thousands of students across the state. Through equitable placement reform established by AB 705 and 1705 and authored by the extraordinary policymaker champion, Assemblymember Jackie Irwin, colleges are ensuring that students start where they belong in transfer level courses that count towards their goals and are supported to succeed from the day they enter a community college campus. This reform has replaced outdated systems that too often prevented students from progressing and instead placed equity at the center of college culture and decision making. At the same time, the Associate Degree for Transfer, or ADT as we often call it, has revolutionized how students move from community colleges to the CSU. Now 15 years since it was established by then State Senator Alex Padilla, SB 1440's historic reform has created a clear, guaranteed path that is also affordable as an opportunity for students to earn their bachelor's degree. Because of this work, more students are reaching the CSU with an associate's degree in hand, with junior standing and a faster route to graduation. Since the passage of SB 1440, California community colleges have awarded a remarkable, and wait for this number, 563,204 associate degrees, more than 500,000 degrees for associates for transfer. A testament to the power of bold policy and the unwavering commitment of our educators and leaders to student success. We could not do this without them. But we also know that the progress isn't complete unless it's equitable. And one of the things that I am most excited about that you'll see in today's webinar is how our colleges are meeting the moment for Latinx and Black students who have faced the steepest barriers for far too long. We celebrate those campuses that are not just changing outcomes, but they're changing lives. Because behind every number, every data point is a student's real lived experience. And these degree pathways are changing their lifetime trajectories. Combined, these policies have been powerhouses. In terms of overall transfer student success, the Public Policy Institute of California reports that students are increasingly more likely to transfer within 2 years of enrollment, a 10 percentage point gain from 2016 to 2022, going from 21% to 31%. And we know that these outcomes for Latinx and Black students are remarkable too, with 9 and 2 percentage point gains. We celebrate these gains, but we also know that we can and must do more. This is just the beginning. We have to continue the momentum to ensure that students, families, communities, and our state benefit from higher education as a means to uplift their families, their communities, and their lifetime outcomes, a path to true racial equity and economic justice. The Campaign for College Opportunity hopes that you'll continue to join us in supporting our work. This work is more critical than ever before, and we cannot do it alone. We count on the support from individuals like you who have leaned in to transform higher education into a catalyst for racial and economic justice, not a tool of division. There are links in the chat to learn more about the Campaign for College Opportunity and to support. And now I have the opportunity of anchoring this morning's conversation in one of our remarkable student leaders. At the Campaign for College Opportunity, we take tremendous pride in centering all of our systems change that is taken to scale in student experience, identities, and voice. Today, we are going to kick off our webinar by hearing from one of our remarkable student leaders, Araya Williams. Araya is a community college transfer student who has taken her transfer experience and her associate degree and used it as a tool for change to advocate on behalf of other students and communities with a focus on inclusion and student success. I'm proud to welcome Araya as a business marketing major at San Diego State University to root us in why we are all here today. Araya?
Thank you so much for that introduction. I'm very happy to be here. Good morning, everyone. My name is Araya Williams, and I'm a business marketing major student at San Diego State University. It's an honor to be here today representing transfer students across California. Today, we're celebrating the educators, counselors, and leaders who make the college journey more accessible and empowering for students from all backgrounds. I'm one of those students whose path was shaped by resilience, support, and the people who believed in me when I needed it most. My journey began at Mount San Jacinto Community College in Temecula, California, where I studied business administration. During that time, I was navigating a very difficult home environment. My mother and I had conflicting expectations for my future. And as her emotional and physical abuse worsened, I made the difficult decision to leave home to protect my well-being and pursue my education. When I chose that path, I lost all family support and had to become independent almost overnight. I learned how to apply for financial aid, CalFresh benefits, pay my own phone bill, work full time, and cover rent while living with my grandmother, all while taking 17 to 18 units every semester so I could graduate early and make my dream of transferring to San Diego State. Through it all, Mount San Jacinto has become more than a college. It became my support system. Counselors and professors guided me every step of the way, and their encouragement helped me believe that my circumstances didn't define my future. Transferring to San Diego State University was an absolute defining moment for me, proof that every hardship, every late night, and every challenge was worth it. I immediately threw myself in there and joined about 8 clubs just to kind of get well versed within the college, and I knocked it down to at least 4. And I've been able to grow as a leader and a student, and I've also been able to apply for the president of the Fowler College of Business Council. And now in this year, I am currently president and representing over 8,000 business students and working to create community, opportunity, and connection, especially for transfer students finding their place here. In addition, I've been honored to serve as the government secretary for Associated Students, where I collaborate with campus leaders to ensure that the voices of our students are heard and valued across the university. These experiences have taught me that true leadership isn't about titles. It's about service, empathy, and creating spaces where others feel seen and supported. Looking ahead, I plan to contribute advocating for access, equity, and empowerment in both education and business, using my voice to support students who are working hard to build their own path just as I did. My journey from Mount San Jacinto to SDSU taught me that independence builds strength and that no matter what you come from, there are always people and programs willing to help you rise. So today we celebrate our pathway champions, and I want to say thank you guys so much for being the reason students like me not only reach college, but have the opportunity to thrive once we get there. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Araya, for sharing your powerful story and reminding us why we do this critical work. I will take away from today this idea that true leadership isn't about titles, but centering students in a sense of belonging and helping to ensure that they have the power to uplift their voices. I'm now proud to introduce one of our institutional partners. At the Campaign for College Opportunity, I think you know part of our strategy is holding systems accountable when needed to greater access, student success, and focus on racial equity. But we also must work in partnership with our institutional leaders, our campuses, and our systems to actualize the kind of change that we hope to see. Dr. Nathan Evans is a great example of that work. Without Dr. Evans' leadership, we would not be celebrating the Cal Getzy Lower Division General Education pathway being taken to scale, including for first-time freshmen at CSU students across the state. With that, I am proud to introduce Dr. Nathan Evans, the Associate Vice Chancellor for Academic Affairs at the California State University.
Thank you, Jesse, and to everyone at the campaign for inviting me to be part of this important recognition, and congratulations to all of today's champions. There is so much alignment with today's recognition and this moment in the California State University. Under Chancellor Mildred Garcia's leadership, we in the CSU are navigating a time of bold strategic reimagining as we also navigate the challenging realities that colleges and universities and communities across the nation are facing. Last month, the CSU unveiled our new strategic plan, CSU Forward, Thriving Students, Thriving University, Thriving California, which will guide our work over the next 3 to 5 years. And complementing that broad strategic plan, the CSU is also evolving to a new student success framework that defines success across a multitude of factors and clearly recognizes the rich and unique pathways that transfer students take to the CSU. And Jesse, on behalf of Chancellor Garcia, thank you for joining us in Los Angeles last week as we launched that new agenda. As we transition to this bold new student success agenda, it is also important to recognize many key achievements that have been part of our graduation initiative 2025, many fueled by the success of the associate degree for transfer. The CSU system achieved a 15 percentage point increase in two-year graduation rates for transfer students as part of the graduation initiative. And at the campus level, 10 campuses saw gains of more than 15 percentage points. While we celebrate these accomplishments and those of all the campuses today, the CSU remains steadfast in the pursuit of continuous improvement and achieving equitable outcomes for all. The CSU is shaping a new student experience that includes clearer curricular and co-curricular pathways to academic and career goals, and a streamlined experience to support timely degree completion. As Chancellor Garcia herself has noted, the ADT remains a vital element in advancing that experience and of our mission. Students who enter the CSU and stay on their ADT pathway have among the strongest graduation rates and outcomes. ADT students demonstrate higher levels of persistence and completion when they remain on that pathway from community college through their CSU journey. These students, as you know, benefit from a clearly defined roadmap that minimizes excess units, supports timely progress, and aligns with degree requirements at both institutions. Students benefit from the best of both of our university and college systems, and their outcomes show that the structured nature of the ADT helps remove barriers that can delay graduation. As you know, the ADT framework is designed to guarantee transfer students the ability to complete a bachelor's degree at the CSU with no more than 60 additional semester units after transfer. And this promise reflects both a commitment to strong alignment with our curriculum and the effectiveness of a transfer model in promoting efficiency, degree completion, and equity. The CSU Chancellor's Office continually encourages our campuses to more closely examine and expand our similar pathways with newly established TMCs as part of their regular curriculum review. And as Jesse mentioned, with the adoption of CalGETC for transfer students and adoption of a revised CSU general education framework that mirrors the same GE areas as CalGETC, new opportunities for defining similarity have emerged. And we have embedded that regular review of the transfer model curricula as part of our system-wide and campus annual curriculum cycles, because we know that these pathways for students benefit in both efficiency and predictability. In fact, of the more than 60,000 new undergraduate transfers enrolling from California community colleges annually, more than half are arriving, having completed an ADT today. And for some of our largest CSU campuses by enrollment, the numbers are staggering. For example, this fall at CSU Fullerton, 3,200 new transfer students arrived having already earned an ADT. At San Diego State, the number was over 3,100, and at CSU Long Beach, over 2,500 new transfer students arrived, having earned an ADT. And proudly leading the way, 56% of our new transfer students who earned an ADT identified as Latinx or another Hispanic background. Since its creation in 2010, the ADT has remained a pathway of student success and a particular point of pride for student mobility across the state of California. As someone, along with our community college colleagues and Jesse, were in the room when it happened, we were at the starting line of the ADT. I am truly privileged and honored to join the campaign today in recognizing these outstanding institutions who are creating opportunity and building seamless paths to student success.
We are excited to recognize the honorees in our categories for seamless execution of transfer, our Pathway Champion honorees, and we'll have a drum roll. Nathan, do you want to do the honors?
It would be my pleasure. So first, we're going to celebrate the total campus-wide associate degrees for transfer honorees. These are community colleges with the greatest number of students earning an ADT in the 23-24 academic year. First, Bakersfield College. Next, Pasadena City College. And Long Beach City College.
Congratulations to these remarkable honorees.
Next, we'll honor champions of growth in ADTs campus-wide. The following community colleges had the largest growth in the number of students earning ADTs between the 2022-23 and 2023-24 academic years. Congratulations to Santa Monica College, Victor Valley College, and Miracosta College. And I especially appreciate all the excitement, the applause, and all the emojis that are showing up in the chat. Next, I offer congratulations to these top community colleges with the highest percentage of total associate degree earners who earned ADTs in the 2023-24 academic year. They are Berkeley City College, Evergreen Valley College, and Chaffey College. And again, keep those congratulations, those emojis rolling in the webinar. We need to celebrate every one of these champions. The next category, so please join me in applauding the top community colleges that supported the highest number of students earning ADTs relative to 50 full-time enrolled students in the 2023-24 academic year. Those honorees are Clovis Community College, Grossmont College, and Moorpark College. Congratulations to all three. And next, shifting our focus to our CSU partners, I am proud to honor the following universities for successfully ensuring that over half of their 2024 incoming undergraduate transfer students were ADT earners, and that of those ADT earners, over half were on a guaranteed pathway. San Diego State University, Cal State LA, Cal State Fullerton, and Cal State Long Beach. Congratulations to all four of these great CSU campuses. So let's take a moment to give a round of applause, a virtual round of applause, for all of these pathway champions of transfer one more time. The ADT was certainly intended to improve transfer and completion outcomes, but it was also intended to drive more equitable outcomes across California. So next, we'll turn to those institutions receiving an equity award. And first, we'll begin with California Community College's ADT implementation for Latinx students. These are the top community colleges in California leading the way in supporting Latinx students to earn an ADT at rates comparable to their peers. And those honorees are Evergreen Valley College, Chaffey College, and the College of San Mateo. Congratulations. Next, we recognize California community colleges in ADT implementation for Black students. These campuses are leading the way in supporting Black students to earn an ADT at rates comparable to their peers. Our three recognees are Berkeley City College, Long Beach City College, and Bakersfield College. Congratulations. And next, Join me in celebrating the following California state universities in ADT implementation for Latinx students. These campuses ensured that a majority of their 2024 incoming Latinx undergraduate transfer students were ADT earners, and that of those, a majority were enrolled in a guaranteed pathway. The CSUs are Cal State LA, San Diego State University, Cal State Fullerton, Cal State Long Beach, Cal Poly Pomona, and Sacramento State. Congratulations to all of these CSU campuses. And finally, we celebrate the following CSUs in ADT implementation for Black students. These campuses ensured that a majority of their 2024 incoming Black undergraduate transfer students were ADT earners, and of those, a majority were enrolled on a guaranteed pathway. Those CSUs are San Diego State University, Cal State LA, and Cal State Long Beach. Congratulations to all of our honorees, and on behalf of the California State University's Chancellor's Office, I congratulate these colleges and universities that are demonstrating true leadership by ensuring students have a path from community colleges to our CSUs and from the CSUs into their future with fewer barriers. Thank you, Jesse, and thank you to the Campaign for College Opportunity for inviting me to join in this recognition and celebration. We look forward to continued partnership with you in advancing student success across California. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Evans. And in particular, thank you for nearly 20 years of student-centered partnership. I want to acknowledge that the Campaign for College Opportunity is excited to continue to partner with Chancellor Mildred Garcia and the entire leadership team, as well as our college presidents across the state, in implementing the Student Success Framework, and appreciate your commitment to that very important work. Pausing just a second to celebrate again, we know that we have campuses joining us from every corner of the state, virtually celebrating in our chat. I said to Dr. Evans before we went live that it is so beautiful at a moment when so many institutional leaders and educators have expressed that they are tired, that they feel worn down from the rate of threats that have hit them at a federal level and attacks on the very progress that they have spent much of their career to see through. This is a beautiful moment when we are honoring campus leaders and educators across the state that are defying the odds in service to students. And so please continue to celebrate in the chats. Please celebrate on your social media. And we know that many of you actually have organized watch parties on your campuses as you're watching this live with your leadership team, with your faculty, and with students. Excited to see the pictures, the posts, and the celebrations that come from those efforts. And now I have the opportunity to turn to our next speaker, who is a remarkable leader that is proving that this work can only be done when we focus on culture change and the ambitious work of removing systemic barriers to racial equity and student success. I have the opportunity to introduce, from California State University, Los Angeles, the remarkable Dr. Bernicia Johnson-Ians.
Good morning, everyone. How are you? I'm so happy to be here with you. Thank you so much for the celebration. Good morning, and thank you. Thank you to the campaign, right, for College Opportunity, for bringing us together for shared commitment to equity and student success. We're so happy to be a partner. Cal State LA is proud to again be recognized, and we're proud to be in this space. We want to be sure that this distinction reflects our deep commitment to empower dreams and transform lives through education. That's what we do here. Who are we? We are a university of those on the rise. We are people who are serving Hispanic serving institution, Asian American institution, Native American Pacific Island institution. We are LA. We live our mission every day by turning and learning in the way that promotes access. So let me say, thank you so much, Jesse, because I know that it's hard to get people together in this space and do this kind of work, and we appreciate that. The associate degree for transfer pathway is rooted in intentional strategy. At Cal State LA, we currently align with 84% of the state's transfer modal curricula. And we actively are working to expand the alignment to ensure more students arrive with junior standing and clear path to bachelor degree. Pathways need to be clear. We are very dedicated to not having a cloggy pathway. So completion is our shared goal. The most expensive degree is the one you don't complete. As I tell many of my mentors, completion is the goal. Our student affairs, strategic enrollment management, and academic planning teams are working in tandem to address retention and equity gaps. We've seen promising gains. First-time freshman retention rose to 75%, and the College Ethnic Studies achieved a 100% retention rate. And the college that we are focused on, many of the colleges, we're focused on what we're going to do and not do the best. We are narrowing equity gaps in graduation and retention, but we must do better to stem the tide of the bleeding in the middle. We're concerned about that, and we're trying to figure out how to be data-driven in that work. A career is a horizon for every student. A career is a different testimony for many people in these times. A career is a different commitment in these times. Golden Eagles plan beyond graduation. We are preparing students to lead, to innovate, and uplift their communities. Nearly half of our departments are now certified as career relevant, aligning curriculum with employer expectations and our career centers and career express resources. We know that California's success depends on our students' success in a very deep and meaningful way. Partnership is only way forward. I speak to my team often about collaboration and communication and the reality that we really are in interesting times around what that means. We are honored to stand alongside our fellow pathway champions in building a more equitable and prosperous California. Thank you for this recognition. Thank you for the time and the space. Thank you for being a partner. When I tell you that being able to celebrate in the midst of times when there's not many celebrations, we are grateful beyond belief. We are grateful for your partnership, and we're grateful to be here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Johnson-Eanes. Let me just tell you, we are grateful for your leadership and the energy that you bring to this work. If I walk away with nothing more from today than your call to celebrate amidst these times of challenges and your incredibly insightful words that the most expensive degree is the degree you don't complete. I love the way you've bridged the work you're doing and the growth both in equity for associate degree for transfer earners and in the connection to the workforce that will in fact lead to lifetime prosperity. Thank you so much again for joining us today. It is now my pleasure to announce and introduce another outstanding leader in our transfer work across the state of California, a Pathways champion right in the heart of the Central Valley. As many of you know, I grew up in the Central Valley. As I was sharing with interim president, Dr. Stacy Pfluger, I am so proud of the gains that we are seeing in a region often left behind. And with that, I have the opportunity to turn it over to Dr. Pfluger.
Thank you so much. It's truly an honor for Bakersfield College to be recognized as a pathway champion for transfer and to join so many of our colleagues across California who share our commitment to equitable student success. At Bakersfield College, we view transfer not as a single step, but as a journey, one that requires connection, care, and collaboration at every stage. That journey begins with helping students select a pathway that fits their goals. We offer over 30 associate degrees for transfer that are designed to help students identify with the bachelor's degree program, articulate the credit they've earned, and thrive in their future studies. But we know that getting students on a path, even the right one, isn't enough. We recognize the challenges many of our students face, and we offer a variety of support services to help them overcome those challenges. Our goal is to support the whole student, from tutoring and counseling to our Renegade Pantry and Cal Soap program, one of only 2 at California community colleges. We provide intentional, student-centered supports that honor the unique identities, experiences, and needs of our students to ensure they have what they need both inside and outside the classroom. That same commitment extends to our faculty and staff because student success starts with those who teach and serve them. Our academic technology department provides year-round professional development focused on key instructional tools, including Canvas and other platforms that enhance teaching and learning. Through Flex Days, faculty engage in dedicated sessions for training, collaboration, and innovation. And our new faculty seminar, a year-long program hosted by the Office of Instruction, introduces new instructors to BC's culture of excellence, from pedagogy and teaching strategies to the practical aspects of serving students effectively, both in person and online. Across the college, we work together to make the transfer process as seamless as possible. Departments collaborate to align practices, track progress, and share resources so that every student receives consistent and informed guidance. Our partnership with CSU Bakersfield is another example of that collaborative approach. Together, we're working to ease the transfer process for undocumented students, helping to remove barriers and expand opportunities. Through the BC Transfer Center, counselors, and advisors, we help students build the knowledge, confidence, and connections to succeed beyond Bakersfield College. We celebrate their achievements each year through events that honor their perseverance and the collective effort it takes to get there. This recognition reflects the dedication of our faculty, staff, district partners, and most importantly, our students, whose determination and success inspire everything we do. Thank you again to the Campaign for College Opportunity for your leadership and for shining a light on the work being done across our state to create more seamless, equitable pathways for all students. And congratulations to all of this year's honorees.
Thank you so much, Dr. Pfluger. I want to recognize your intentionality in creating a seamless pathway for students through recognizing that whole students need to be attended to, that we need to address basic needs if we're going to address basic success, that we need to, in fact, honor the unique strengths and identities of our students. And to see you doing that in Bakersfield fills my heart. I will carry these words that we have to support the knowledge, confidence, and connections of our students. And this is through centering their strengths, their unique experiences that will equip them for being successful in college and beyond. Thank you so much for your leadership, and congratulations again. Now we have the opportunity to turn to one of our strongest partners and racial equity champions in the state of California, Dr. Rowena Tomenengig. We have had the chance to work with Rowena in multiple capacities as a more than 30-year educator in multicultural education, but also as a former college president, where she was in fact driving many of the practices that were leading to the first exemplary gains that we were seeing, both in transfer and in equitable placement across the state of California. We are so lucky to have her partnership and leadership and really her expertise at one of the most difficult times in modern history for students and for higher education, as she serves as Deputy Chancellor of the California Community College System.
Good morning, everyone. It's wonderful to see so many of our colleagues from the California State University and our California community colleges here in this virtual celebration. Thank you, Jesse Ryan, and the entire team at the Campaign for College Opportunity for the kind invitation to be part of this important celebration. And it is one of my favorite celebrations of the year, longstanding. I am truly honored to join you today to recognize the 2025 Pathway Champions higher education leaders who are building a more equitable future for California students. The work that you are doing in removing systemic barriers, closing racial and equity gaps, and creating stronger pathways to success is changing lives. Because of your efforts, more students than ever are completing their degrees, earning certificates, and transferring to four-year universities. You are helping build a more just and student-centered higher education system, and for that, I thank you. For those I haven't met yet, my name again is Dr. Rowena Tominang, and proud to be serving as your Deputy Chancellor for the California Community Colleges. I have the great honor of working alongside Chancellor Sonia Christian, whose bold leadership and deep commitment to equity drew me to this position. Her vision resonates with my own lifelong journey in higher education, advocating for underserved students and centering justice in all that we do. For more than three decades, as Jesse has mentioned, I've worked across the California community colleges as a faculty member and in various administrative and executive roles. Throughout my career, I've dedicated myself to elevating the voices of first-generation students, low-income students, and students of color, those whose brilliance has too often been overlooked and underestimated. That's why I am so thrilled to be here with all of you to celebrate 40 pathway champions who are paving the way for our students to not only access college, but so that they can succeed and thrive. At the California Community Colleges, we are driving forward an ambitious equity agenda through Vision 2030. Vision 2030 is our statewide call to action that places working students, first-generation students, and underserved students at the center of our work. With equity as a driving force, this bold plan challenges all of our 116 colleges in our system to lead with excellence, act with urgency, and ensure no student is left behind. It is our North Star guiding how we expand access, improve outcomes, and build a future where all Californians can prosper through education. We know Vision 2030 is working because we are already seeing real, measurable progress. Transfer rates among those who are historically underserved, particularly Black, African Americans, and first-generation students, are rising. And more individuals are enrolling in transfer-level English and math, completing those courses within a year, and earning an associate degree for transfer that leads them to the CSU campuses with junior standing. We've also seen increased enrollment among Black and African American students, signaling that our efforts to expand access are reaching the communities that need it the most. These gains reflect the power of equity-driven reform and the collective commitment of our 116 colleges to create pathways that are seamless and transformative. We know that a bachelor's degree can be a powerful lever for economic mobility. Through the Associate Degree for Transfer program with our CSU partners, our degree with a guarantee continues to be one of the most powerful tools for our students to pursue their transfer goal with clear, guaranteed pathways to a four-year university, saving them both time and money, as our colleagues have also shared. To support Vision 2030 goals, we've expanded ADT pathways, especially in high-demand fields like STEM, and launched targeted initiatives such as the Rural College Transfer Collaborative to reach place-bound and underserved students. In the 2023-24 academic year, more than 56,000 students earned an ADT, and those who transferred with it to CSU campuses are graduating at higher rates and in less time than their peers who transfer without one. CSU has reported that 83% of students with an ADT on a similar pathway graduate from their colleges within 4 years, compared to a 76% who transferred with a traditional associate degree. And if that's not remarkable enough, colleagues, Hispanic Latine students at our community colleges now earn ADTs at the highest rate of any racial group at 41%. And we're seeing promising ADT growth as well among Black and African American students. This progress is further strengthened by AB 928, which established CalGETC, a single general education pathway for transfer to both UC and the CSU systems. This intersegmental collaboration between the California community colleges and our partners at UC and CSU is further streamlining the transfer process and ensuring students can move forward with clarity and success. These outcomes affirm that the ADT is a proven pathway to opportunity, helping thousands of students reach their educational goals and enter the workforce prepared to thrive. The ADT is truly transformational. The average annual salary for a graduate with an associate degree is $51,900. With a bachelor's degree, that jumps to $78,900, an increase of more than 50%. This kind of opportunity changes lives, lifts families up, and strengthens our communities across the state. But the impact of our community colleges doesn't stop at graduation. According to a recent economic value report by Lightcast, California's community colleges contributed $173 billion to the state's economy and supported 1.7 million jobs. Our commitment to equitable placement is a key driver of these outcomes. Through implementation of AB 705 and AB 1705, we've eliminated unnecessary remedial barriers and ensured that students are placed directly into transfer level English and math, where they belong. This shift has dramatically increased completion rates, especially for Black, African American, Hispanic and Latine and first generation students, and has helped thousands of our students to stay on track toward earning a degree. Equitable placement reflects our belief in the potential of every student and our responsibility to support them from day one. These achievements, combined with our work on ADTs, are fueling the economic engine of California. With 1 in every 15 jobs in the state being supported by our colleges and students, the success of our students impacts California's success. By removing barriers and building seamless pathways, we are transforming lives, strengthening the workforce, uplifting communities, and driving inclusive economic growth across the state. We are not just education providers, we are economic engines for the state of California. As a proud graduate of a community college, Cypress College, I experienced firsthand the transformational power of community colleges. My time at Cypress laid the foundation for my transfer to UC Irvine, where I earned my bachelor's degree, followed then with a master's degree at UC Santa Barbara, and ultimately a doctorate from the University of San Francisco. I have felt the promise personally and strength of our system to improve lives and open doors to leadership and service. And this is why I'm deeply proud to serve at the state level, working to create a more just and inclusive system for our nearly 2.2 million students. And I am especially grateful to partners like the Campaign for College Opportunity, who amplify this work, support bold reforms, and honor the people on the ground making a difference every single day. To our Pathway champions, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for your vision, your persistence, and your unwavering belief in our students. By advancing student success, honoring equitable placement, and awarding high numbers of ADTs, you are creating generational change that is transforming not only individual lives, but the trajectory of entire communities. Congratulations on this well-served recognition. And thank you again to the Campaign for College Opportunity for bringing us together in this celebration. The Chancellor's Office is proud to collaborate with the campaign in advancing student access and success, especially in placement and transfer. Together, we've worked and will continue to work to remove barriers that have historically derailed college dreams. Through shared advocacy, we've helped shape policies and practices that ensure more students begin their higher education journey in transfer level courses and complete degrees that lead to meaningful careers. Let's keep pushing forward together for an equitable and hopeful future. And as my friend and colleague, Chancellor Sonia Christian says, our time is now, colleagues. Our time is now. So now what I'd like to do is to go ahead and move to what we've all been waiting for. It is my pleasure to join the campaign in recognizing the following California community colleges as pathway champions for placement. These colleges are ensuring that students are succeeding in the transfer level English and math courses they need to meet their academic goals. So I welcome everyone to use your emojis, give your written shout outs in the chat as well as we celebrate. In campus-wide transfer level English success, first, we celebrate the top 3 campuses supporting the highest percentage of students to complete a transfer level English course within 1 year of their initial enrollment for the academic year 2023-2024. San Diego Miramar College, congratulations. Chabot College, congratulations. Coastline Community College, congratulations. In campus-wide transfer level math success, please join me in applauding the top 3 colleges supporting the highest percentage of students to complete a transfer level math course within 1 year of their initial enrollment. The academic year again, 2023 to 2024. Congratulations, West Valley College. We applaud you, Foothill College, and we applaud you, De Anza College. Congratulations, all of you. In campus-wide growth in transfer level English success, we applaud the campuses with the highest percentage point growth of students completing a transfer level course since the previous academic year, 2022 to 23 to 2023-24. Congratulations to Copper Mountain College. We applaud you. Congratulations to Chabot College. We applaud you. Congratulations to Woodland Community College. Thank you all for all of the work that you do. In campus-wide growth in transfer level math success, join me, colleagues, in celebrating the top 3 colleges with the highest percentage point growth of students completing a transfer level math course since the previous academic year, 2022-3 to 23-24. Congratulations to Los Angeles Trade Tech College. Congratulations to College of the Siskiyous. And congratulations to East Los Angeles College. Thank you, colleagues, for all that you do. Now, please join me in celebrating colleges that are being honored as Pathway Champions of Placement Equity. For Latinx Transfer Level English Success, let's give a round of applause emojis for the top 3 California community colleges supporting the highest percentage of Latinx students to complete a transfer level English course within 1 year of their initial enrollment, the academic year 2023 to 24. Congratulations to our colleagues, Palo Verde College, Cerro Coso Community College, and Porterville College. Congratulations. Next, we have for Black Transfer Level English Success. We congratulate the top 3 California community colleges supporting the highest percentage of Black students to complete a transfer level English course within 1 year of their initial enrollment, again for 23-24. Congratulations to College of the Redwoods, congratulations to De Anza College, and congratulations to Palomar College. Thank you for all that you do. Next, for Latinx Transfer Level Math Success, we will congratulate our top 3 California community colleges supporting the highest percentage of Latinx students to complete a transfer level math course within 1 year of their initial enrollment for the 2023-24 year. Congratulations again to College of the Siskiyous. Congratulations Coalinga College, and also to our colleagues in Mendocino College. Thank you for all that you do. And finally, for Black Transfer Level Math Success, we congratulate the top 3 California community colleges supporting the highest percentage of Black students to complete a transfer level math course within 1 year of their initial enrollment, academic year 2023 to 24. Congratulations to Los Angeles Harbor College, Santa Rosa Junior College, and College of the Canyons. Congratulations. So once again, we celebrate and congratulate all of our honorees. The California Community College System is very proud of all the work you are doing to ensure all of our students can succeed. And thank you again, Jesse, to you and the Campaign for College Opportunity for the invitation to participate in the celebration and celebrate with our California state universities as well as our community colleges.
Thank you so much, Dr. Tomaneng. I have to say that we have been incredibly grateful and fortunate for decades of partnership, both with you and with Chancellor Sonia Christian. I would be remiss if I didn't say when AB 705 was just a glimmer in the eyes of educators, advocates, and students across the state of California, it was Dr. Christian's leadership alongside a handful of other courageous college presidents across the state that really enabled this work to move forward. Thank you for reminding us that this isn't just transforming the lives of hundreds of thousands of students, but also about creating more just and inclusive communities, pathways into the workforce, and generational change. So beautifully said. We look forward to many more years of partnership and will continue to be here as we do the critical work of implementation alongside the Chancellor's Office and our colleges. I want to also again congratulate the colleges who are being recognized. Please continue to celebrate in the chat, on your social media, and through your watch parties across the state. You have not just leaned in to these policies, but you have created the conditions necessary to see them soar in service to students. I loved hearing Dr. Tomaneg share her community college journey. For me, being a former community college transfer student, that placed into remedial math, my life would have been inalterably different had I not had a counselor look at my academic transcripts and say, I'm going to give you a shot and put you into college level math and statistics so that you don't have to take credits that don't count towards your degree. It enabled me to transfer within 2 years, as we are seeing the data bear out for so many students across the state of California. I now have an opportunity to introduce another one of our college leaders that is charting the course in these very difficult times. I often say that this work would not be possible without not just our system partners, our college leaders, but our student advocates. And I will say this institutional leader has consistently had some of the strongest student advocates in the state of California. And it was, in fact, many of the De Anza College student leaders back in the day that helped us set the stage for this critical policy work at scale. It is my great pleasure to introduce Dr. Omar Torres from De Anza College, who will be sharing some of the best practices that they have put in place that are leading to these remarkable student-centered outcomes.
Hopefully everybody can hear me. Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity. It's wonderful to be here, Jesse, Rowena, and all of our colleagues whom are being honored across the state. Congratulations on your awards. Thank you for the incredible honor on behalf of De Anza College, our faculty, our staff, our students, and our entire community. We are truly grateful to the Campaign for College Opportunity for recognizing De Anza College as a Pathway Champion for 2025. This recognition honestly means the world to us. Not because of the accolades, but because it truly validates the work that we're all doing together to transform lives for our students and for our communities. Thank you to the campaign for truly shining a light on this work, for holding us accountable, and for advocating relentlessly for policies that create pathways rather than roadblocks for our students. Your research and advocacy truly, they don't just inform our work, but they inspire our work. When we learned here at De Anza that we were going to be ranked this year second in California for Black students completing transfer level English within a year and third statewide for overall transfer level math completion, it really confirmed what we witness in our classrooms every day. That when we eliminate barriers and believe in our students' abilities, they truly rise to meet the challenge. We've been very fortunate here at De Anza. We've done some incredible work with setting up over 20 learning communities, really focusing on, as our students are coming into the campus, to identify what their path forward is through our 6 villages for our meta majors, providing support for students through the learning communities, and so much more that has led to where we are today. But let me be clear that these numbers, they represent more than statistics. They really represent our first generation college students who are rewriting the narratives for their families. They represent working parents that are balancing jobs and coursework, dreamers who are proving that their potential really knows no bounds. And critically, these numbers show that we're actively closing equity gaps for Black students and for our transfer students, a responsibility that at De Anza and across all our colleges, we truly hold this responsibility as sacred. And it's a commitment that we renew every year and literally every single day in the work that we do. This achievement belongs to not only our students, but to our remarkable faculty. Faculty at De Anza College who've redesigned curriculum, who have eliminated remedial prerequisites, who are formulating new paths through complementary supports such as non-credit. providing incredible academic support to meet students where they are today. It belongs also to our counselors, to our students, to our support staff, our administrators who work tirelessly to guide students through their educational journeys. And it belongs to our students whose determination and resilience truly inspire us every day. So we celebrate this recognition alongside with all of our sister colleges across the state on this call today who are doing this incredible vital work. We all are providing equitable access to transfer level coursework. It isn't just an ideal, it's achievable, it's measurable, and it's transformative. So to close, we accept this honor with both humility and recommitment to continue to do the amazing work. There's still more work to do. There's still more equity gaps to close and more students to serve. But today we celebrate what's possible when we all put our students first and refuse to accept anything less than their success. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Torres. It's so powerful when you center the strengths of students in this work that we do and refuse to accept anything but their absolute ability to be successful with the right supports. I just want to call out, and again, thank you to Dr. Torres and De Anza College. I want to call out something that one of our policymaker champions and long-standing supporters of this work, now U.S. Senator Alex Padilla, said after we were successful in passing some of this policy. You know, it was Senator Padilla that said that we could not celebrate only the passage of good public policy and service to students, but he said, ahora cumplir, now to complete the task. 90% of this work will be in our ability to successfully implement this policy transformation at scale in service to students, so that no matter where a student resides in the state of California, irrespective of their zip code, they will have an equal opportunity to walk across that graduation stage with a degree to show for their work. And as Dr. Torres said, to contribute to their communities, which I think is so critical as we think about this next evolution of equitable placement and transfer reform. With that, I have to say, we would not be able to accomplish this work without partners. You've heard us say throughout today's webinar, our institutional partners, our college leaders, our faculty have been part and parcel to the success of these policies. But I also want to share that without incredible change agents, including one that was at the forefront of this work, the California Acceleration Project, which at the time was based in Chabot College, we would not be sitting here today. With that, it is my great pleasure to introduce our next speaker, the president of Chabot College, Dr. Jamal Cooks, an incredible equity leader in his own right.
Thank you, Jesse. Thank you to the campaign for college opportunity for continuing to champion policies and initiatives that expand access to higher education. I also would like to say congratulations to all of the award winners. Chabot College is honored to be named a 2025 Pathway Champion for Placement for English. This recognition highlights the dedication of our faculty, classified professionals, and administrators who consistently put students at the center of everything that we do. This is a result of hard work for a number of years. Although it was noted for the 23-24 academic year, there was a lot of work that went into this. And so I want to give a special thanks to our outstanding English instructors, our administrative assistant, and dean in our language arts division. Through a unified and intentional strategy, Chabot College, we've expanded student access to transfer level English through early opportunities like individual dual enrollment courses. We have a robust on-campus support for our guided pathway success teams. And with the work of our A&R special programs counselors and our general counselors, we are able to provide that support for our students. We also know that placement is only half of the equation. To help students thrive in our transfer level courses, Chabot College offers comprehensive academic support as well. We have something that we call the RAC, which is focused on building writing and reading skills. We also have our Learning Connections, which also supports tutoring across campus. We're also proud to be leaders when it comes to implementing zero textbook cost programs across our campus by providing access to course materials that support transfer level English. Chabot College, we are one of the leaders in the state when it comes to offering zero textbook cost opportunities. The program has reduced the overall cost of education for students and decreased the time it takes students to complete degree programs offered here at our college. On a personal note, as an educator with a doctorate in language literacy and culture, I truly understand the importance of building reading, writing, and oral communication skills. Literacy is an invaluable skill needed in society, no matter what we're going to do. And it's one of the biggest gifts that we can give our students from our institution. It brings me great pride that our combined focus on placement and student support has been key to helping students academically succeed and socially prosper. So with that, on behalf of Chabot College, I want to thank the Campaign for College Opportunity again for this honor and reaffirming our ongoing commitment to ensuring equitable access to college level coursework for all our students. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Cooks, and thank you for acknowledging the interconnection between academic success and social and lifetime prosperity, and attending with such intentionality and commitment to all of those elements with the students you serve. Again, congratulations on your recognition, and we look forward to many more years of partnership. I want to just pause for a second to again celebrate the incredible accomplishments of the campuses that have joined us today, that have defied the odds and continued to center students in everything they do. It is my great pleasure to introduce our next speaker, whom without which this work would not be possible, Shana Englund, who is the Vice President of Policy and Advocacy at the California Community Foundation. I recently had a conversation with Shana in which she reminded me of the intersectionality of so many critical issues that we are navigating today. We cannot have workforce success and economic prosperity without attending to the basic needs of students, without getting to the root causes of racial inequities. It is my great pleasure to introduce Shana Englund to celebrate today's honorees, again, scaling for the benefit of hundreds of thousands of students these transformational changes.
Thank you so much, Jesse, for allowing me to be here to be part of this celebration. And congratulations and heartfelt thank you to all of today's champions. The work the campaign and all of you do to advance the systemic transformations needed to ensure that all students have access to the opportunity they need and deserve to achieve their dreams is inspiring, and it's critical. At the California Community Foundation, our vision is a good life for all, and we focus on closing the gaps for those furthest from that opportunity to find and build that good life. Ensuring equitable and seamless pathways to college completion is a critical part of that work. Partnering with the Campaign for College Opportunity to get it done is a privilege and an honor. I don't have to tell anybody here, we are in really challenging times, and today's celebration is such a beacon of hope, and it is a welcome inspiration to reflect on all the lives changed and the possibilities realized as the result of the work that is being celebrated here today. So again, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And congratulations to all of today's champions, to the students who relentlessly work toward their dreams, and to the Campaign for College Opportunity for bringing us all together to make it happen.
Thank you so much, Shayna. I appreciate your recognition that despite the challenging times, we are proving today that California can continue to serve as a beacon of light for our students. I am proud to share that we have been asked at a national level to unpack how we were able to achieve these incredible student-centered reforms in equitable placement and transfer so that other states can replicate our work and use them to help navigate these incredibly difficult times without losing sight of evidence-based practices that can meet this moment with courage and clarity and a commitment to improving lifetime outcomes for students and families, not just in California, but across the country. I want to thank again all of our panelists that spoke to our honorees today, including Dr. Nathan Evans, Dr. Rowena Tomanang, Shayna, our funders, our amazing partners and faculty and education champions that have joined us on this morning's conversation. We would not be able to accomplish this work without you. You've heard the old adage that if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, move together. Today's work exemplifies that. I want to also take a moment to thank the incredible team at the Campaign for College Opportunity. They don't often receive roses for their work, but they have been at the heart of analyzing the data, uplifting the student stories, working in partnership with institutions and across regions across the state to continue to see the types of gains necessary to transform the lives of hundreds of thousands of students today and for years to come. We want to again congratulate the campuses, encourage you to celebrate in your chats on social media and with your peers. And we hope that we will have an opportunity to expand our honorees next year when we return. Finally, the campaign invites you to stay connected by following our work and supporting our critical mission. This critical support in service to students is needed now more than perhaps at any other moment in recent history. We have to have the courage to stay the course and to stay that course together. You can subscribe at https://bit.ly college opportunity newsletter. You can also go to our link in the chat to donate. You can go to our link in the chat to follow us through our Instagram and our LinkedIn accounts. And once again, we want to sincerely offer our congratulations to today's honorees. As Senator Padilla said, ahora cumplir, we will continue to courageously, boldly, ambitiously center student voice and lived experience alongside institutional partnership and a commitment to real systems change, so that even in the most challenging circumstances, we are celebrating gains for students across the state, closing racial equity gaps, improving families, lifting up communities, and changing the trajectory of futures for decades to come. Thank you.